Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Tim Dillon Show, fresh off the heels of the first presidential debate of the season, perhaps the last. Not ideal performance for Biden. Not the worst. By the way, I'm in the minority here. When I genuinely watched it, and I thought it could have been worse. I know that it wasn't great. I know that it was bad. I know that it was, but this isn't new. What's very interesting is that everybody's acting like this is something that we've all figured out today. Oh my God, what happened to him? This guy has not looked alive in 2 years. He's barely made sense. He had a good State of the Union. But for the most part, he looks like he's not in his own body. His skin is wrapped so tightly around his skull that it's disturbing. He's incredibly advanced in age. His voice is very soft. He seems to be in hospice. You would put a man like this, if you went to visit your grandfather in hospice, and he spoke like this, and he said, "I love you, and I love our family." That would make a lot of sense. It would make a lot of sense if someone who's about to leave the earth, which I believe he is. I believe he's almost there, unless someone intervenes and gets this man to a porch. He could maybe eke out a few more years, or maybe that's when he really dies. Maybe, But it's never been great. He's a very old, very confused man. He's had a rough life. One of his kids died of brain cancer because he spent too much time near a burn pit, which I don't even know what that is, but that's something in Iraq, or I don't know what happened. It's sad. This is all sad. His first wife died because someone hit her with a car, right? She was in a car. It was a car accident. And then one of his sons died because he got brain cancer because he was in a burn pit. Something I don't know what it is. His other son, who's a crack addict, tried to fuck or did fuck that other son's wife. Burn pit, brain cancer son's wife got fucked by the one who smokes crack. He's had a rough go of it. He was just, this is a guy who's had his rise to pride. He's a senator from Delaware. And it sounds like I'm doing an obituary here, and I am. He was a senator from Delaware, the most corrupt state. When I was fucked and I had no money in the beginning of comedy, I got a credit card from Gold Key Credit, okay? And I went out and I tried to use it. And it had a $250 limit. And they failed to mention that the activation fee was like $200-something. So I tried to use it the first time and it got denied. And I was like, what? Wait a minute, I just got this card. And then I looked and it said, yeah, but the activation fee of that card is $200. So you have nothing left on the fucking card. The companies that do that to people that are eating in a mall, eating something tasty, high in sugar, drinking an electric blue margarita, who are about to have their card declined. All of those companies are headquartered in Delaware. They're all criminal enterprises. They all evade taxes, and they all cook up horrible terms for everyone who has one of these desperation credit cards. There's a whole subprime world of credit for people that are truly fucked. It's the payday loans and all of that stuff. All of that headquartered in Delaware, his state. There's nothing else going on in Delaware, by the way. That's it. A few nice places, but that's it. And he's just been this senator from Delaware. And when he had to, he got a little racist. When he had to, he got out there. He's like, we got super predators. We're throwing him in. Don't worry about it. He said Obama was the first clean African-American that he'd ever met or something, or the first articulate black guy to run for office. Again, these are his words. But he was kind of a regular rank and file guy who had who was a senator, was a talented politician. He had a very sad, kind of terrible life. Other than the fact that he didn't seem to want this job and he was on the edge of not getting it before they completely sandbagged Bernie Sanders by keeping all these people in the race. And then on the last primary, totally stole kind of Bernie's thunder. And at the end, African-American voters, older voters propelled Biden to grab the nomination. And then he became the president. But he's been declining for a long time. He's not, he has moments of sharpness. It's amazing about the brain. Even in his stage of decline, I'm not, my son's not a loser, you're a loser. There's moments of lucidity and sharpness where you can go on the attack. Something in him is still alive. There's some light that hasn't been extinguished. And he goes on the attack, and then he goes back in. Then he recedes back into himself, and he's confused again. It's very interesting to watch. And you could see it is abuse. It's been said before. It's not something that I'm not breaking any news. It is for sure abuse to watch him, to watch someone get confused and a little almost scared. His face is confused. He doesn't know where he is, what's going on. And then he remembers, I'm the president. I'm in a debate. Medicare, the border. He has a moment. It's lucid. And then he goes on the attack. And some of it, for a guy in his condition, for a guy that's truly at the end of all things, not just the presidency. He's not just at the end of his political career. He's at the end of all things. Every morning is a surprise to him. Every single morning is a surprise. For a man at that point, that stage of his life, the fact that he can stand at a debate podium for any length of time is amazing. And all of the people that are freaking out about this, who've known about this, who've known by the way, the Washington Post, the New York Times, these are not right-wing things. They've all written articles going, he's not really present in meetings. He's there, but he's not there. He's kind of the way he was, the other night. Like, he'll pop up, and he'll go, Ukraine's too much money. And then he goes away again. And then they kind of go, where is he? Where'd he go? Where is he? They've been leaking shit like this for months about, I forget the right. We're talking about just mainstream Democrat institutions, mainstream media have been leaking for a while that he is not at his prime. And then he gets out on stage last night. He certainly fumbles. There's certainly problems. And now everybody's ready to throw him in the street. And now the conspiracy is, was this engineered? Was it designed? Did the White House go, we're going to put him out? I was just on the phone with Louis C.K., and he made a good point. He goes, there was a thing in the early 90s, late 80s, where a gay guy would just, who had AIDS, was about to die, would put makeup on for his last party. You know what I mean? And is that this? Did they trot him out to feed him to the dogs, per se? Did they bring him out to say, let's see what happens? We're going to make the debate early. We'll make the rules pretty tough for him. He'll come out. He'll fall on his face or not, but he did. And then if he does, now we will all run and go, oh my God, this man cannot be president. He seems confused. I don't know. Now, everyone knew there was nothing different about this guy yesterday or the day before than the guy that walked on the debate stage. He had one good speech at the State of the Union where he was still showing signs of being very old and not getting things. But nothing like this. The format, he couldn't handle it. He shouldn't be there. Presidents don't do much. I can prove it. Ours has been dead. He's kind of dead. And the country still's, I don't agree with their foreign policy. I don't agree with a lot of things they're doing. But the day-to-day of the country is not really run by the president. It's run by a lot of different people. That's why you have this guy who's partially deceased, and everyone's freaking out going, he can't be the president. He actually can. Actually, anyone can. We've proven that anyone can be the president. If he can be the president, you can be the president. And which is, it's a horrible thing to say to the people of this country. I couldn't think of a worse thing to say is that anyone can grow up to be president. It's just like follow your dreams or any of that meaningless horseshit that has completely bankrupted and destroyed the generation that I came from. Meaningless advice backed by nothing, which is what all of us got. Meaningless advice backed by nothing. You can be the president, but you kind of can. This is the problem. Once you've realized that you can be the president, you may want to be the president. And then that's kind of the end, isn't it? That would be the end. When my friend Ryan gets the idea in his head that he should be the president and he walks out of checking people's ID at Gold's Gym and begins his political career, we have a real problem. You had to have a patina of something functioning. And when you destroy that, people know they're being lied to. People expect it. People were like, Trump lied. They don't care. They get it. He was dishonest the other night. He broke the CNN fact check. No one, what is that? What even is the CNN fact checker? I'm sure Trump lied. I guarantee he lied. But I don't even know what the CNN fact checker is. I don't know if it's a machine. Is it a group of people in a room? What the fuck is a CNN fact checker? I don't know. Is it AI? What is it? Is it I don't know what it is. But everyone kept saying that he broke the CNN fact checker. Trump made more than 30 false claims during CNN's presidential debate, far more than Biden. The problem is that Biden was too confused to lie. That's why he's not going to win. Of course, Biden didn't make any false claims. He was barely present. Biden could have hit Trump with abortion. The big vulnerability for the Republicans is abortion. Americans, by their nature, are not fundamentalist religious psychopaths. They don't want their 4-year-old kid transitioning, but they also don't want an 8-week abortion ban. And if the Democrats, Biden had hit Trump with that and said, and he tried, but he was so confused and so out of it, it didn't really land. The strongest issue was abortion. He started talking about the Lincoln Riley chick who was killed by an illegal immigrant, which again is a vulnerability for the Democrats. But the vulnerability for the Republicans is abortion. Someone on that stage, and the only one was Biden, but whoever it was, let's say it was Gavin Newsom, let's say it was Gretchen Whitmer, the woman who faked her own kidnapping. I'm just saying, I don't know who it's going to be, which is kind of a fun archetype of person, to be honest. A woman who faked her own kidnapping because she wants so badly to be, paid attention to. But whoever was on that stage should have said, a vote for this man is a vote for an 8-week abortion ban, which may or may not be true, and the Republicans may or may not have success passing that. However, a constitutional amendment to ban abortion, you got to go with what is working. White women in the suburbs are swing voters. They do not want an abortion ban. They do not want endless immigration. They do not want defunding of police. They want safe communities. They want schools. They don't love diversity, equity, and inclusion. They don't love critical race theory. They don't want gender theory in schools for the most part. However, they also do not want an 8-week abortion ban. They probably don't want the 10 Commandments in schools. I don't think they are white people who drink wine. Have you ever met white people who drink wine? I know a lot of white people who drink wine. They are not, by their nature, they believe not in nothing. You know why? Wine is nice. The weather in Southern California is nice. Pool and patio types like a few things. Their pools and their patios. They don't want people running through their yard with abolish the police signs and eat the rich. And they also don't want people running through their yard with Charlottesville torches talking about Jews will not replace us. They want another glass of wine. That's all they want. Those are the only swing voters, people who believe in so little that they haven't made up their mind yet. Women who may go to the grocery store today, but they may not. Have you ever heard a woman say that to her? She go, well, I might go today, but I don't know. What could change? What could change? Are you going to get the cold cuts or not? Well, I don't know. We have to see how the way the day shapes up. We have to see the way the day shapes up. I'm a pool and patio type wine drunk suburban housewife. I don't believe in much. I may go get the cold cuts today. I may not. You might starve tonight and you may have food. We don't know. My life is meaningless. I have nothing except this decision of whether I'm going to decide to brave the traffic to get the potato salad today, but I might get it tomorrow. The barbecue's not till Saturday. Those are the types of people they're trying to reach. The country, it's already been decided. He might get some more of the black and Latino vote. He may get some more of the white vote. There are independent voters that exist in those demographics, but none that are statistically significant. Nobody swings to the left and to the right more than the wine-drunk suburban soccer mom who may go to the grocery store today, but I may not. I've got things to do. I got on the phone with my sister and the day just got away from me. The day got away from me. These are the people you're going for. These are the people they're not fundamentalists. They don't want things to change all that much. That's why during the last Trump presidency, things were erratic. They were chaotic. Their families were fighting. They believed in some of the MAGA things. And again, they were like, they didn't want to be bad people. Their families came and there were fights at the den. People weren't coming to Christmas. And well, then why did they buy all that China then? If people aren't going to come to Christmas over politics, well, then why the hell did they learn how to cook and how do they entertain? So the thing that these women care about the most, which is entertaining in their fucking houses, is being jeopardized by how chaotic the entire political situation is. Nobody will come to this Christmas. Well, why the fuck do we live in Newport Beach? If we can't show up, your brother and sister from Ohio, why even have this house in Newport Beach? Why did I learn how to make rosemary oil? I took fresh rosemary and I put it with oil. I learned how to make rosemary oil to make your wife feel like shit, your brother's wife feel like shit. Because she's a public school teacher and she's beat cancer twice, and who cares? I want to show her that I have rosemary oil and we have a house in Newport Beach, but they don't want to come this year. They don't want to come this year because I posted that thing on Facebook about the Guatemalans, and now they think it was ripping people apart. So these white women, the key to the country, the only swing voter, the people that are present, at these pool and patio types, the people that go to jewelry parties, the people that when they hear, ooh, is a gated community? People like that, those are the swing voters. Those are the swing voters. Those are the only people that notice when Biden is so bad, when he's babbling, when he's foaming at the mouth, when he's basically about to fall down. Those are the people that come alive. Those are the people you have to say, listen, you're not going to be able to get an abortion. And I'm pro-choice. I think people should get abortions. I think they should be allowed to get, not late term, not in the, not at the 11th hour, but I do think that women should be able to get abortions. And most people in America do. Most people in America do. I don't think it should be I don't think it's a celebrated moral victory. I don't think it's an accomplishment. In the same way that I don't view many things as accomplishments that our culture views as I don't think coming out of the closet really is an accomplishment. I think owning a Bentley is an accomplishment. I don't think sucking a cock is an accomplishment. It's a nice thing to do, but it's not necessarily an accomplishment. Surviving is an accomplishment. And whatever you have to do to survive is an accomplishment. If you want me to pat you on the back, you want me to cheer you on or applaud for you, you got to do something that really impresses me. And it's not sucking a cock and it's not getting an abortion. I think you should be able to do both of those things. I don't think they should be the two central points of your personality, but I think they shouldn't be illegal. And most Americans do agree with me in that sense. And so does Trump. Donald Trump is not a fundamentalist Christian. He's reinventing himself as one because he needs to. In the same way that Putin will start talking about the Russian Orthodox Church. Putin was a KGB agent. Religion was literally banned in the Soviet Union. He's not any, and I think religion's got a lot of great things about it. But there are people that believe that under no circumstances, whether it is a rape, whether it is incest, and at one point in my favorite part of the debate, Joe Biden said, do you have the abortion section where he goes, this is my favorite part of the debate, Biden goes, there are a lot of people right now being raped by their brothers and sisters, and it's just ridiculous. And it's the funniest sentence I've ever heard anyone say. Like the idea that, by the way, that's happening all the time, and it's ridiculous. Let's listen to this if we haven't.
Look, there's so many young women who have been, including a young woman who just was murdered, and he went to the funeral.
Where are you going?
The idea that she was murdered by an immigrant coming in. They talk about that, but here's the deal: there's a lot of young women who are being raped by their in-laws, by their spouses, brothers and sisters, it's just ridiculous. And
he goes, there's a lot of young women being raped by their spouses, by their in-laws, by their brothers and sisters, and it's just ridiculous. It's just the funniest comment I've ever heard. It was a very offhanded, offside comment. There's a lot of people being raped by their brothers and sisters, and it's just ridiculous. It's like, well, no, if we have an epidemic of brother-sister rape, it's a lot more than ridiculous. And I would like to know if that is. And by the way, I'm not saying it's not happening, but I think we got to use another word. It's like traffic's ridiculous. God, the traffic, that was ridiculous. But if a brother is impregnating his sister or an in-law, and I know it happens, but it's just funny the way, this is what I mean. He's lost the thread. That was the opportunity to hit Trump on the abortion ban stuff. That was the opportunity. He could have done it. He didn't do it. He did not do it. So Trump, by the way, just remained presidential, didn't really go on the attack, didn't have to, didn't shred him, didn't try to, as Frank Underwood, as Kevin Spacey said, now it's time to guide him to the rocks. That's kind of what Trump did. Trump basically was pretty diplomatic. He did say that one thing. Biden was the one kind of taking the low blows. My son's not a loser. You're a loser. You have the morals of an alley cat, which was funny. Now, this is a line. Somebody said Trump being like Melania was pregnant. Let's watch this.
For doing a whole range of things, of having sex with a porn star on the night while your wife was pregnant. I mean, what are you talking about?
So he did go after Trump in that sense, but Trump remained a little presidential by just saying, hey, they're going after me for political reasons. They can't win. They're using the courts. I was just in, my friend was at Tiffany's getting something for his wife. And I was just in Tiffany's in LA. And I never go. I have horrible fashion sense, and most people know that. And it's very kind of you. Many people have pointed that out. But fashion is not a big deal for me. I do not go to Rodeo Drive, really. I just get sunglasses there when I'm there. If I ever go there, I get sunglasses. And I was in Tiffany's for the first time, and I was there, and I was trying to buy a handbag for my house manager who manages my properties. She's a very difficult woman, but that's what makes her great at her job. She is, formidable and intense, and it is that intensity that allows her to thrive in her current position. So I was going to get her a small handbag there. I was just in there with my friend who was getting something for his wife. I was not there, and I saw a small handbag, and I said, can I ship this to my house manager, to the woman that is managing the renovation I have going on, a pool that we hope will be ready by 4th of July, where I have invited my family. I do think, though, I got an invite to the Kennedy compound. I don't know if that's true or not, but if I did, I will walk out of my house and leave my family to enjoy the full range of features of the property. I will absolutely leave them to go to the Kennedys, of course. I don't know if that's happening or not. But the guy comes with this like nasty surfer guy with long hair and lanyards on his wrist. What is that? If someone you know isn't dead, get it off the wrist. What is it? And even if they are, enough. He's got the lanyard and he's got rings. And then he comes up to me and he goes, if you want us to ship this, like that, talking to me like that. Spent $2,500 on this dumb bag for this woman who we love. But he goes, if you want us to ship this, you got to fill this out. And he hands me a computer. I'd say, no, I don't work here. I wrote her address on a card. You fill it out. And then they took so long I had to just leave because they literally, I said, I'm in a time crunch. I warned them multiple times. I had to leave. It'll never be popular to say this right now, and I know people aren't going to like it, and I don't care, and I don't give a fuck, folks, and I don't care how it looks, and I have never seen in all my years. I've been broke. I've had a little more. I've had a little less. It's not about money. It's not about any of it. I have never seen the complete disregard for people's jobs in retail. They are nasty. They're vicious. They're crazy. You walk into a store and it doesn't matter who you are. They don't care. Meaning, whether you're buying a lot of shit or a little bit, you're going to be treated horribly. Why is this allowed? This is an aside from the debate analysis, but it might tie in. Why are people now acting like you've done the wrong thing when you walk into their store? Because every store you walk in now, by the way, everyone, when you walk in the store, if it's a nice store, the guards stand at the door like you're about to go in there with a machete. I understand there's been crime, but there's got to be a little bit of a happy medium between laissez-faire, come in and rape us, and let's treat every single person who walks in here like they're a violent street thug criminal, okay? And they're looking at me, and they have this look in their eye, and the minute, and some of them are nice. One of the ladies, who's a nice woman, a brain-dead woman, she goes, where'd you guys come in from? I said, we were out in Malibu. I like Malibu. One day I was on the beach and I saw a whale, and my friend said, whales don't come this close to the shore. And I said, they do. And it was the whale, and I saw a whale. It's so relaxing to sit on the beach and look at a whale. So you have complete brain dead, like traumatized. Like the people you bump into now in any retail environment have been like completely like MK Ultra, like repeatedly raped in a room and tied to a bed to where they have disassociated, and they're like, hi, are you in town for work or for pleasure? And completely not in their own body. And then you have people that are just angry and frustrated that you've walked in, and they're hostile. If you want us to ship this, you have to fill this out. No, I don't. You fill it out. Let me pay for it and let me leave. And then you can take all the time you want. Just let me pay for it. Let me leave. Why? And I understand maybe it's that they're not being paid. Maybe it's that people in retail are not being paid right now. And my heart goes out to them if that's the case. It probably is the case. I understand the way corporations abuse their employees. I'm not for that. Maybe it's because none of these people are in unions. Maybe these people are miserable. What does Tiffany's pay these people?
Probably $20 an hour.
Shut up! Then be good. Then. That's not a lot. I understand you work at Tiffany's, you deal with all these rich fucks that have all this money, and it makes you hate them. And it makes you angry, and it fills you with rage. But I'm not one of those people. I'm just trying to buy a small bag for my house manager, who herself likes logos. She wants... When I bought her first thing, I get gifts for people. I went to Dior, and I said... The woman showed me a pocketbook. I said, this is very classy. She said, this is very understated. I said, give me the most disgusting thing you have with the logo right out on the bag. Is that what I got? Do you remember what I got for her?
This is it, yeah.
Do you see how disgusting that is? The logo's on the bag. I said, she's from Queens. The logo must be on the bag. It does her no good to have something that people don't know what it is. They need to know how disgusting it is. So this was a nice little Tiffany bag, and it says, please return to Tiffany's, New York. It was heinous, disgusting, grotesque. But it fit perfectly because the person I was giving it to was going to appreciate the logo loud in your face. Perfect. It was working perfectly until the employees just, again... I don't know that Scott Seiss kid. He's a funny guy, and I know he's in that Cocaine Bear movie. He did all these really funny things about how everyone that goes into a retail environment is some type of monster, and, I get it. And I get that that's fashionable. And he's maybe not altogether wrong. But at the end of the day, everybody has a job. I've had jobs I hate. I've had jobs I hated, and I wasn't great at them. I understand that. When I was a tour guide, I sat on my tour bus, and sometimes I barely gave the tour. A Russian woman once punched me in the stomach. She walked up and she said, I paid for the tour. I said, listen to the tour on the headphones. And she punched me in the stomach. This very poor, Russians, a lot of them are poor. And she came in February, and it was freezing because that's the only time they could afford to visit because the prices were so low in New York of the hotels and the flights. And she was there, and she was freezing. And she was angry, and she punched me in the stomach. I get it. I get what it means to hate your job and to be bad at it. I'm not claiming any moral superiority here. But I'll say this. I understood when I was bad at my job that I was being bad at my job. And I didn't ask for more. And I didn't think that I deserved more. I was being bad. I was being someone who was undeserving of anything. I was just occupying space because I didn't want to do that job. I wanted to do something else. And I'm sure the people in retail want to do other things. But it's become an environment where now everyone just shops online. Everyone shops online because it has become so miserable. It has become so ugly to just walk into a store and deal with a person. Everybody right now who started an e-commerce or online business is looking for how to ship things effectively. I'm telling you right now, a lot of people are coming to me. They're anxious. They go, are we gonna be okay? How do we save money but make sure that our business is run effectively? Shipstation. I say it every time. They make it easy. They're the multi-carrier shipping solution that integrates whatever you sell online and streamlines your workflow so your business can grow, even if you're on summer vacation. It's easy to automate shipping tasks and manage orders in one simple dashboard. Do you love the automations that they allow you to smoothly print shipping labels at the click of a button? Have you been able to scale your business faster because of ShipStation's robust automation and reporting? How does it feel to save thousands on shipping with industry-leading carrier discounts? It has an easy-to-use dashboard, effortless import orders from everywhere you sell online. Scale your business, reduce warehouse costs, save thousands on shipping costs with discounts of up to 89% off UPS, DHL Express, USPS rates. Over 130,000 companies have grown their e-commerce businesses with Shipstation, and 98% of companies that stick with Shipstation for a year become customers for life. That's pretty amazing. Work less and ship more with Shipstation, the innovative tool that helps you turn your shipping challenges into opportunities for growth. Go to shipstation.com, use code Tim Dillon to sign up for your free 60-day trial. That's shipstation.com, code Tim Dillon. Everybody that visits me goes, why are these mattresses so great? How do I get them? One word, Helix. Helix, every place that I have ever bought, every home I have, every time people come over, every guest room, it's all Helix. I love these mattresses. They have 20 unique mattresses, including the award-winning Luxe and Ultra Premium Elite collections. The Midnight Luxe is the best, in my opinion. That's the top of the line. That's what I get. The Helix Plus, a mattress designed for big and tall sleepers. And Helix Kids mattresses designed for growing bodies and endorsed by child sleep experts. So if your kids are struggling with insomnia or sleep, these mattresses really help. I'm telling you right now, take the Helix Sleep quiz. Find out what your perfect mattress is in under 2 minutes. And your personalized mattress is shipped straight to your door free of charge. There's nothing worse than shopping, and really nothing worse than shopping for mattresses, laying down on some crazy mattress in a mall in front of a bunch of people. Who the hell wants to do that? Helix knows there's no better way to test out a new mattress than by sleeping on it in your own home. That's why they offer a 100-night trial and 10 to 15-year warranty to try out your new Helix mattress. Everyone is unique. Everyone sleeps differently. That's why they have so many different mattress models to choose from, each designed for specific sleep positions and feel preferences. And if your spine needs some extra TLC, they got you. Every Helix mattress has a hybrid design, combining individually wrapped steel coils in the base with premium foam layers on top. It's a perfect combination of comfort and support. I love it. I have them. I would never sleep on any other mattress. Helix is offering up to 30% off all mattresses and 2 free pillows to our listeners. It's crazy for you to not do this. It's great. It supports the show. It supports Helix. It's a great company. Go to helixsleep.com/TimD. That's helixsleep.com/TimD. This is their best offer yet, and it won't last long. With Helix, better sleep starts now. People say, what kind of summer is it? I say it's the summer of car accidents. It's the summer of people being on their phones and being irresponsible. It's the summer of people listening to music instead of watching the road. And they're going to hurt a lot of people, and shame on them. But at least if you get in a car accident, you can get yours. Go to Morgan & Morgan. They're America's largest injury law firm. They have 100 offices nationwide and more than 1,000 lawyers. With over $20 billion recovered from over 500,000 clients, Morgan & Morgan has a proven track record of fighting to get you full and fair compensation. This is true. It's going to be the summer of... That's what it's going to be. I'm telling you right now, there are so many people that are going to be hurt this summer. And the least you can do is get yours. Go and get yours. And it's not only car accidents. People are going to slip. They're going to fall. You might be, maybe your kid goes to somebody's house, goes on a slip and slide. All of a sudden, they don't have a leg. Where it gets bent back in one of those weird ways. It's kind of uncomfortable. You got to get out there and make sure your child is getting full and fair compensation for that leg injury at the slip and slide, because it can happen. Maybe it's lack of parental supervision. I don't know what's going on. Morgan & Morgan wins $8.2 million case against a Florida IHOP. Woman wins $3 million settlement over a hot coffee burn. They served this woman scalding hot coffee and she burned herself. Her flesh was like cinched off. It's not cool. Morgan & Morgan helped her get her paper. With over $20 billion recovered for over 500,000 clients, Morgan & Morgan has a proven track record of fighting to get you full and fair compensation. They have over 100 offices nationwide and more than 1,000 lawyers. If you're ever injured, you can check out Morgan & Morgan. Their fee is free unless they win. For more information, go to forthepeople.com/Tim or dial #law #529 from your cell phone. That's forthepeople.com/Tim or #law #529 from your cell. This is a paid advertisement. The future of large shopping centers will encompass much more than shopping. Well, it has to be. This is about the rebirth of the American mall. This is the experience era. Images of the fallen mall, the empty shop floor littered with mannequins, the dusty escalators leading to an abandoned food court have loomed large in the American cultural imagination over the past decade. And it's true, the mall of your childhood, the big department stores, the Orange Julius, the kiosks, they may no longer exist. Malls now feature escape rooms, axe throwing, the occasional brand-sponsored immersive experience. The mall has changed, but some version of it is staying with us. The retail experience now has cratered. It has become so terrible that in order to get people back into malls, they're going to have to allow them to throw axes or do escape rooms. In order to get people back into a mall, they're going to have to put some type of amusement park into the mall. They're going to have to do some type of immersive experience. Skechers is going to have some immersive experience at the mall in order to get people back. Because shopping itself sucks. It used to be fun. People used to meet each other shopping, hook up. They'd make friends. Now it's a nightmare. Shopping is a nightmare now. And people hate you for doing it. When you go to a place, you go, hey, can I get some help? People run away from you. Look at this mall in 1996. Look how fun it looked. Look at these fat women being taken care of. Look how nice this looked. People loved it. It was good. They'd spend all day. They'd get a frozen yogurt. Watch the movie Scenes from a Mall with Woody Allen and Bette Midler. You get the idea of how fun a mall could be, how fun shopping was. During Christmas, look at this, during the holidays, look at all these people. Look how happy everybody is in the mall. Sure, they don't look it. They feel it. They feel it. They're buying things. The only thing we have in this country, the only culture we have is consumption. Why are you making it hard? Why are you making the one thing that we do hard? There's nothing else. There's literally nothing else. Our history starts a few hundred years ago, and most of it is fucking slavery. It's not like we have the Renaissance here. Make the shopping nice. Make the exchange of goods and services nice, please. It's all we got. It's all we have is shopping. That's all we do. Consume, buy, more, get. Here's the deal. Put it on layaway. Buy now, pay later. Installments. 5 easy payments of whatever. Do you have a store card? We give you 200 credit right now. Get a store card. Sign up. We approve everybody. Have you seen our furniture? We're doing home goods now. We have things for your home. You need an umbrella, don't you? You don't want skin cancer. Get an umbrella. We're Christian Dior, but we sell umbrellas now. We do pop-ups. You want a pop-up? We'll pop up anywhere. You don't know where we happen to be, but there's pop-ups. We'll pop right up. Come on in. Buy a candle. You know what the candle smells like? The store you're in. It smells like that. So when you're at home, you can smell what it feels like to be in Nordstrom's. Don't you sit at home and go, I wish I was in Nordstrom's, but it's 2 a.m. and I'm up eating. I'm binge eating, and I'm sitting in my kitchen wondering if I'm having gas or a heart attack. Wouldn't it be nicer to smell like you're in a Nordstrom's? Our entire culture is based around the idea that buying things makes you happy and it gives your life meaning. That's our entire culture. Don't yell at me. I didn't do it, but that's all it is. So why in God's name would we not? That should be the religion. You should walk into Bergdorf Goodman or Tiffany or Louis Vuitton, and you should get the feeling that people have when they walk into St. Patrick's Cathedral for midnight mass. Because the Savior has been born, and the Savior should be a decent-looking person who is your best friend for that hour. And they should guide you around the store and make you feel good while you shop. They should not make you fill out forms. It's not the DMV. It's not immigration. I am a citizen. I don't want to fill out forms. I want you to guide me through this. I want you to get me a bag for my house manager. She doesn't have a family, neither do I. All we're trying to do here is show our appreciation for our friends, the people that we've adopted into our lives. I don't understand why it's not easier. I don't understand why the one thing that we've shown that we can do, and we can do well, has cratered. Pay them more. Give them drugs. I don't know what to do. Let them drink at work. Whatever needs to happen here needs to happen. We need to turn this thing around. I'm sick of looking at a middle-aged divorcee who hates her life and hates me because I look like the fat idiot who cheated on her and is taking that out on me. I don't want it anymore. And I don't know. Now, I understand that tech eats all. And the internet has eaten everything, and people now just buy things. The perception that malls have suffered is rooted in truth. Many malls and stores have closed in recent decades. As Alexandra Lang, an architecture critic and the author of Meet Me by the Fountain, an inside history of the mall, explained to me in an email, the ebb and flow of retail is much more visible to the general public than any other type of business. So people pay attention earlier in the down cycle of a mall's trajectory. Plus, as Mercer put it, it's more dramatic to see a mall closing than thriving. Malls were starting to go out when I was there. But I'm telling you right now, the inability of these companies to pay people or to make them excited about their jobs. I don't know how to do this. I'm not going to pretend to be an expert. But it's the one thing that we do well as a country. Madison Avenue, Rodeo Drive, these places should be holy. Because, by the way, it's not only rich people, it's the couple from Ohio. They just want to feel something. My friend got his wife earrings. He wants to feel something. This is special for him. This is not an everyday thing. He's not going to send his assistant to go pick up some earrings for his wife. He's going to go in. He wants to feel something. Make him feel like a man. Make him feel like a man. Say to me, good, isn't this nice you're buying this bag for your house manager? Isn't that nice? Man, I wish I had a boss like you. That's what they should have said. She should have turned around and said, man, I wish I had a boss like you. You're more of a humanitarian. People like you don't exist anymore, sir. I'll fill out all this myself. Let me get your card. Let me make you pay for this, and we'll get it to that woman because people like you, sir, you're going out there doing good deeds. Let me not interrupt and impede your next good deed. You're Scrooge after he's been visited by the ghosts. You're a fucking legend, sir. You're a fucking, look at this, legend alert. They should have started screaming. What about song? What if they all broke into song? He's getting his house manager a bag. This fat man is selfless. This fat man is selfless. He could spend this on veal or some type of baguette, but he's getting his house manager a bag. But they didn't do it. They were mean to me. They were mean to me. The people at the Tiffany's on Rodeo Drive were mean to me because I'm fat. And they knew my house manager as well as a little fat. And they were racist against me for that. Well, no. No. Back to this debate. Gametime is my favorite new app that I have joined. It allows me to purchase tickets to concerts, sporting events, theater. It's amazing. They have last-minute deals. Save up to 60% buying last minute for sports, concerts, comedy, theater, etc. Flash deals. Save even more with exclusive in-app deals on selected seats ahead of the game or event. Zone deals. Save even more when you choose a section and let Gametime choose the seats. All in pricing. Toggling this feature shows the total up front with no surprise fees at checkout. Get a panoramic view from your seat in the app before you buy. The lowest price guarantee or Gametime will credit you 110% of the difference. Last minute tickets, flash deals, zone deals, easy to find and buy Major League Baseball tickets, every kind of event in your area, views from all seats in the venue so you know exactly what you'll be seeing if you purchase the seat. It's a lowest price guarantee. They have event cancellation protection, job loss protection, everything. So I'm telling you right now, Gametime is the best new app that I have on my phone. It allows me to purchase tickets seamlessly. I love getting tickets for people. There's nothing better than calling your friends or family going, hey, I got us a bunch of cool tickets to do this thing Friday. Everybody loves it. Give people an experience. It's much better than a gift. I do it all the time. It's the right thing to do. Take the guesswork out of buying concert tickets with Gametime. Download the Gametime app, create an account, use code TIM. $20 you get off your first purchase. Code TIM. Terms apply. Again, create an account, redeem code TIM for $20 off. Download Gametime today. Last minute tickets, lowest price guaranteed. Everyone loves liquid death water. Perhaps you've noticed a coworker cracking a tall boy in your 9 a.m. meeting, but it's not a tall boy. Maybe you saw a bunch of kids drinking them at soccer practice. It's not. They're not alcoholics. It's liquid death. Because liquid death will brutally murder your thirst. That's why they call it that. And their infinitely recyclable cans are helping to bring death to single-use plastic bottles. Liquid Death also donates a portion of profits from every can sold to help kill plastic pollution. So if you're into water and you are into the environment, Liquid Death is the move. Okay? It's great. I like Liquid Death. It tastes great. It's great. It's fun if people think you're drinking alcohol and you're not. Especially for a sober guy like me, if I'm at a backyard party, I just drink a Liquid Death. It's so much. It's so nice. You know? It's great. And I love that I'm helping the environment as I'm hydrating myself. Is there a better thing? Hydrating yourself and helping the environment? Is there something better than that? Probably not. You can get free shipping of Liquid Death's mountain water, flavored sparkling, and iced tea packs, 8 packs, with Amazon Prime, or grab a can or a case at your local 7-Eleven, Target, Walmart, Whole Foods, or Instacart. Go to liquiddeath.com/TIM. Get these for your summer barbecues, I'm telling you. liquiddeath.com/TIM to check out all their healthy, infinitely recyclable beverages and find your closest retailer. That's liquiddeath.com/TIM, liquiddeath.com/TIM. By the way, Wall Street Journal, it's the summer of the finance bro. It's never not been Wall Street Journal. Who is writing these articles? It's the summer, winter, spring of the finance bro, and fall. Always has been. Wall Street men are more unexpected. They're an unexpected hot commodity in dating. How dumb do you have to be to work for the Wall Street Journal? I'm asking. I'm genuinely curious. How stupid is this person, Hannah Mayao, whoever wrote this? Listen to this. Wall Street men they're an unexpected hot commodity in dating because you want to be wined and dined. Rich guys are an unexpected hot commodity. What Bushwick slum bubble nerd fucking weirdo culture is she immersed in that she thinks that rich guys are like a new thing in dating? She's an attractive young lady, but she's wrong about everything. But here's oh my God, look at that. Look at that photo on her Instagram. Yeah, so I know exactly who this woman is. She goes to these parties on the top of, she goes to a rooftop party on Avenue C, and her friend's like, I'm dating a guy named Alexi. He's a director. That's not real life, dummy dums. Your rich kid fucking boyfriend who's pretending to make documentary films when he's really just in South America doing coke, living on his father's largesse, is not what is desired by most people. They like a finance guy that will give them a kitchen where the floors are heated. It's not new. How dumb do you have to be? You know what's the new thing in dating? Rich guys. Go to the article. Rich guys are new. It's really interesting now. I've been observing rich guys are getting pussy now. Men working in finance are the latest public fascination. I'm going to ask again. Is this woman's brain riddled with strokes? Are there editors at the Wall Street Journal? Can you write anything at the Wall Street Journal? Can you hand something in crayon and they'll just run it? Listen to this article. Men working in finance are the latest public fascination. Christina Komarovska, a social media manager who recently moved to New York, hit the streets in May with a cardboard sign advertising her search for one. They're hardworking and they're smart, she said in an interview. It's my type. Wearing pearls in a black suit, her long blonde hair and loose curls, Komarskova brandished a sign listing 3 very specific criteria. It all started with a TikTok video by 27-year-old Megan Bonney, amassing 49 million views, featuring a sing-song message. I'm looking for man in finance, trust fund 6'5", blue eyes. So here's what happens. People that live in New York City, media types, okay? And I don't mean Jews, because this woman's an Asian, but probably also Jewish, let's be honest. I'm kidding. Comedy show. Media types live in these New York City bubbles in which being rich is passé, being in finance is like gross, and everybody's pretending to do something creative. And everyone has zero talent, but they're all pretending to. So the men that are her status in this world that this person most likely lives in are people that are tangentially involved in something creative. They work, they've started a production Mark started a production companies actually, and they're actually like doing a lot of stuff right now. It's something like that. Maybe he works in tech or some tech. They're coming up with an app. They've started an app, and they're all shocked. These people are all shocked when they step out of this bubble, which is a complete simulation where people take the finance money that their parents have made and use it to fund their fake lives. When they step out of this simulation and they realize that people want a man with money, they get shocked. They're completely stunned. Wait, people want high status men with money? Whoa. That's new. No, it's not new. It's literally been forever. Maybe it will make finance guys cool again. Wall Street men haven't always enjoyed rosy reputations. They get dunked on for their Patagonia vests and occasionally vilified in popular culture. That's the trade-off. You're a rich guy, you get made fun of for the Patagonia vest. You're rich, you're boring, you're basic, whatever. Guess what? That's never gone out. A guy who's it's never gone out of style. It's not new. It's not this new trend. But bright college graduates still vie for positions driven by the promise of big paychecks and bonuses. Others just want to court them. I wanted to make fun of single people, including myself, said Megan Bonney, who made this video. Play this video, by the way.
I'm looking for a man in finance with trust fund. 6'5", blue eyes. Finance, trust fund. 6'5", blue eyes. I'm looking for a man. Finance.
Yeah, okay.
Trust fund.
We got it. Matches from apps often don't lead to committed relationships. Gen Z is experiencing swipe fatigue. Still others embrace being a stay-at-home girlfriend as an online persona, rejecting girl boss aspirations for a softer life funded by a rich boyfriend. A lot of women don't want to work and want a rich guy to buy them a house so they can have a kid. Is this news? Is this news to anyone? There are some women, I don't know what percentage of them, that really want to take over the corporate world. And there's a lot of them that don't. But it's very interesting reading these Wall Street Journal articles because this is people that are eventually, they've left college and now they're coming into contact with real life. And real life is always like a wild thing. Oh my God. So wait a minute. You're telling me that people don't want to have 4 roommates until they're 40 in Brooklyn while they work on this film? Hold on. Some people just want to be rich and live in the suburbs and have kids, have a nice life. Some people just want to drink wine and decide the presidential election 45 minutes before they go to the polls? What do you mean? Welcome to the world, Hannah. Welcome to the world. The Wall Street Journal has been running the singular dumbest articles I have ever seen a paper run. I by no means judge a woman who wants someone who is financially stable and accomplished. Here's what this really comes down to. This is the big lie that everybody tells, and they tell them in cities like New York, and they tell them every day, and they lie so much it becomes a part of their personality. And I'll tell you the big lie. And the lie is 5 words. I wanted to make sure it was 5. I don't care about mine. It's 5 words. This is a lie that everyone in New York tells all the time. Here's the lie. Get ready. I don't care about money. That's the lie. They say it all the time. They go, I don't care about money. I don't care about money. And they do. The more someone says they don't care about money, the more they secretly care about money. They envy. They covet. They sit. Life without money sucks. Most of my life is without money. There are worse things than not having money. Of course. A lot of the times I didn't have money, I was really, really excited and it was thrilling and I was pursuing comedy. I had great people around me, and I was doing something that I loved. However, if I didn't have that, if I wasn't really passionate about doing something, and I was broke, that would have been unthinkable That's where many people find themselves. They don't have a passion, and they also don't have money. You do not have to have a passion. Stop pretending to have one. You either have one or you don't. Your passion will choose you. You will not choose your passion. Whoa, what does that mean? Shut up. It's for another episode. You don't get to choose your passion. Your passion chooses you. Whoa, mind-blowing. You do not have agency in that regard. Sorry. Oh, wait. The 7-foot-tall girl who's gorgeous, who has no body fat, really likes modeling. She really likes it. And the guy with an 8-pack who was born in Malibu loves to surf. Wow. A lot of these things are decided for you. You have genetics. You have things that make you better at one thing than another thing. You're a good deal maker. Maybe you're meant to fall in and out of love with people all over the world. Maybe you're funny. Maybe you're meant to make deals and get rich. Maybe you're meant to be truly compassionate. You have a fetish for the poor, the diseased. You like seeing them all the time. They make you feel alive, helping an old man into a coffin or whatever. I don't know. There's nothing wrong with that. It needs to be done. Maybe you're a good person. You got to wipe the asses of people. Whatever the case may be, your passion will choose you. Maybe you're a sex criminal. I don't know what you do. What I'm telling you is, if you don't have a passion, and you, like many people, are kind of just drifting through life. And by the way, it's a beautiful thing to drift. It's actually a nice thing. It's lovely. The people that have passions are usually less happy overall than people who don't. Passions can wear you down. Look at our president. Look at him. He's in his little skin suit trying to muster enough energy to call this guy. You know why? Because he wanted to be the thing he is. His whole life, he dreamed of having the big job and the big desk, but now he's got his skin so tightly wrapped around his skull, and he's just trying to insult this man with his soft voice. That's where you end up no matter what. When you have a passion, you're just going to end up there no matter what. You'll have a lot of highs and lows on the way, but don't worry about it. Drifting in and out of things, being non-committal, floating, it's actually nice, but you need a little bit of money. You do. You do need a little bit of money, and these women are starting to realize that. They're realizing you can't just set up an antique store. It doesn't just happen. You can't just start a restaurant. Well, I just want to make Neapolitan pizzas. They're the floppy ones. Oh, I love the floppy one. You can't. You need a man to bankroll that. There's no better life than floating in and out of things without a financial stake in them. It's nice, but in order to do that, someone needs to bankroll it. Someone has to get killed. Your husband has to go out and get killed for you to float in and out of things. There's nothing wrong with that. It's actually kind of cool. It's kind of nice. The happiest people you meet are not the ones whose lives are consumed from dawn till dusk with a passion. The happiest people you meet, truly, the people you meet that are pretty damn happy are the people who are they've embraced being aimless, but they're comfortable. They realize that, hey, I might go to the store today. I don't know what I got going on. I don't know what I've got going on. I might go today. I have to see. Well, I got on the phone, and I did some laundry. I dilly-dallied. I watched an episode of Judge Judy. I had a glass of wine. I read a great article about the next place we should go on vacation. I read a great article about Thailand. So interesting. Do you know the beaches in Thailand, honey? They're very nice. Yeah, I hear about that. It's good, Thailand. And those are the people that decide our political future. The pool, patio types, the housewives. They may have college degrees. They may not. It doesn't matter. They may have jobs. They may not. It doesn't matter. It's just, they're undecided. They're the undecided voter. They don't quite know what will work out better. They're interested in the preservation of lifestyle, of culture, their lifestyle. And at the end of the day, you can't blame them for that. Those are the people that go to the polls. Those are the people that both political parties have to work with. And I speak to very top tier people in a lot of the presidential campaigns, certainly in Trump's and in RFK's, not really in Biden's, but they're the whole media. We all know what, I don't even have to talk to them. We hear what they say every day. And they're all shocked now. They're all throwing this old dog under the bus after his son's brain exploded in the burn pit, after he watched his son smoke crack, after everything, because there's no fucking loyalty even to this corpse. There's no loyalty even to this corpse. Remember Christine Blasey Ford after she failed to get Kavanaugh off the court and they threw her down the drain? They're going to do that to this guy too. There's no loyalty, and it should make you sad. He's a corpse, but he's your corpse. But there is no loyalty. They will throw him. They'll flush him down the toilet. They'll flush him down the toilet because it's not about him, and it never was. It's about the preservation of something bigger than him. That's why he doesn't even need to be alive to run the fucking show. It's not about you. At the end of the day, it's about something bigger than you. Someone else will need a patio. Someone else will need a pool. You understand? There's something bigger than you out there. And it ain't God. It's fucking Nordstrom's. That's what's bigger than you. I hope it is God. But let's say for a minute that we just don't know if it is. But what do we know? We know that the blue box at Tiffany's makes you feel good. So at least fucking be nice. Be fucking nice, you slug. We know that. And this slimeball Gavin Newsom, this snake in the grass, this serpent, he lives on a vineyard. He believes in nothing. He's an empty suit. He's the most conservative member of California's governing apparatus, which will tell you something. I do not like him as a politician, but I actually dislike him as a person more than a politician. But I do respect him. Now, how can I hold all those thoughts in my head at once? I'll tell you how. I respect his treachery. I fear it. If I were near him in a room, I'd be scared of what he'd do. He'd poison you. He'd kiss you on the cheek. He'd have the brakes taken out of your car. Of course, he can't do it himself. He'd have someone do it. His treachery is to be respected the way you'd respect a cobra, the way you would respect a snake in the grass, a literal demon, someone who knows nothing but ambition and who will step on your neck. Watch this man right now reacting to Biden. He is lying in wait. He wants to pounce. He wants to inject just enough venom to put the old mummy out to pasture. And here he is. Here he is reacting to. But now you got to remember, if you're Gavin Newsom and this has happened, you must double down. You must double down. You absolutely must say, not only was Biden great, he's amazing. I will not only will I never, this is what you have to do. There's a great line. There's a movie called Clear and Present Danger. Harrison Ford is in it. It's a great movie. Or it's either Clear and Present Danger or Patriot Games, but I believe it's Clear and Present Danger. And he's asking a friend, the president's friend just gets busted for drug trafficking. And his advisor turns to him and the president goes, well, what do I say about this when I go out there? And his advisor says to him, he goes, not only do you say you're friends, you say we're best friends. We're lifelong friends. It gives them nowhere to go. You couldn't possibly know what he was doing. You go, we're best friends. We're lifelong friends. And that way it gives them nowhere to go. And it's a great line in the movie. It's Tom Clancy. Gives them nowhere to go. You're just as shocked as everybody else about this. I want you to keep that in mind. We're best friends. We're lifelong friends. Gavin Newsom.
You were out there getting a chorus of questions about whether Biden should step down. There is panic that has set in. There is panic that has set in among people who have watched this debate, who are Democrats, people who are strategists, and some even inside Democratic campaigns. Yeah. Do you think it's unfounded?
Well, I think it's unhelpful, and I think it's unnecessary. We've got to go in and got to keep our heads high. And as I say, we've got to have the back of this president. You don't turn your back because of one performance. What kind of party does that? It's been a masterclass. 15.6 million jobs. That's 8 times more than the last 3 Republican presidents combined. The only thing the last 3 Republican presidents have in common is recessions. Democrats deliver. This president has delivered. We need to deliver for him at this moment. With all due respect, the more time we start having these conversations, go down these rabbit holes, it's unhelpful to our democracy, our fate and future of this country, the world. They need us right now.
See if you can get that. See if you can get that scene from Clear and Present Danger. The thing about Gavin Newsom is that he has to run, if he's going to run, if they bring him in, he has to run on the Biden agenda. So he can't dump Biden. He has to say that Biden has done all these great things. He's created 15 million new jobs. Here we go. And we're going to end the show with this. God, I miss Tom Clancy. This is Gavin Newsom right now. And then we're going to see everybody next week and on Patreon. Let's go.
No. Well, actually, yes. Forgive me, but I would go in the other direction. If a reporter asked if you and Hardin were friends, I'd say no, we're good friends. If they asked if you were good friends, I'd say no, we're lifelong friends. I would give them no place to go. Nothing to report. No story.
This is the Tim Dillon Show. Thank you, everyone. We'll see you next week.